Okay.
Aye.
Okay. Well, yeah, so okay. I guess we don't have to worry about that anymore. Hmm. So for those who don't know, the Habs did not win the Stanley Cup Finals.
Nope.
We are recording the day after because of timing issues, and I was getting plastered with my family, so I could not record. I was in no condition. The game, let's see, 1-0 was a decision, almost a repeat of Tampa's clinching over the Islanders, a 1-0 game. The lone goal scored by a no-name.
Some kid.
Ross Colton.
Yeah. Colton.
Yep, Ross Colton off of a feed from Savard, who was fed by McDonough. It was a play that any team could have made. Anytime. The one goal that got past Carey Price. On the other end of the spectrum, Vasilevsky, the now Conn Smythe winner, MVP
Michelin
of the playoffs.
Man.
Michelin Man. Because he doesn't bind his pads like Price does. Which apparently is also legal. Had that verified with a NHL goalie, actually. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no foul there. Even though the memes are pretty funny, though.
They are
Yeah.
funny. The photoshops are
Making it
great.
bigger and bigger.
I like my favorite was the what's her name? The blueberry girl from Willy
Charlie and the
Wonka.
Chocolate Factory. Yeah. That was a pretty good one.
No, Veruca Salt?
No, that was the golden goose girl, the golden egg.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I don't remember the name of the gum girl.
The only mistake of the game that cost the Habs was perhaps that one. Could Edmondson have lifted the guy's stick? Probably. But, like I said, on the other side of the ice, Habs offense couldn't solve. It wasn't that they couldn't solve Vasilevsky, it's that they couldn't solve
the defense
of Tampa, which was stringent and kept the Habs on the outside for the majority of the game, aside from some breakaway chances, one most notably by Josh Anderson again, who was playing like a man possessed, as he has been. Went hard into the post, unfortunately, and that might be something to look at in the off season if he may have hurt a shoulder that he has already had surgery on.
Oh, Christ. That's
right. That might be a big issue if it's an issue.
And we'll find out after tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, maybe he'll just miss the whole season and come in for the playoffs like Kucherov.
Yeah. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? Of course, what would probably happen is that the rule changes and we can't do that anyway. Wouldn't that be fun?
I wonder if they're going to change the rule about cheating on the cap.
It's so... I didn't realize how just dumb it is. You have to play under the cap in the regular season, but come to playoffs, whatever.
Yeah, it is dumb.
It's like, why not just have 8 players on long-term injured reserve, have them signed at $15 million apiece, do whatever you want. Kind of strange. That's a weird loophole that's so obvious. Like, why? I don't know. I'm sure there's a contract reason for that. Meaning something with the Players Association that I do not understand.
Yeah.
You need like a hockey lawyer consultant.
We could
an agent or somebody.
We should get fucking the agent.
No.
Yes, we should.
No. Everyone blocked. Who? I thought you had somebody from us blocked.
Veronica.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's got me blocked. He's had me blocked since. Yeah,
so why would he come on here?
That would
No, he wouldn't come on here. Are you kidding me?
I would be so happy if he came on.
Oh my God.
I would be just ecstatic.
Well, he is incredibly intelligent and wily and all of those things, right?
Do you think he could be lured by feminine wiles?
100%. It's an NHL guy.
I look like the girl from the Mighty Ducks right now.
Oh God!
But we can just things up,
right?
I can be like, Alan Walsh, hello.
We are
slide into his DMs.
Will you come on my podcast, please, Alan Walsh?
For those that don't know, we're talking about Alan Walsh.
Yeah,
who would be very good at this.
He would have to not listen to those episodes that were
like, please don't
during that whole Pacioretty trade.
All you need to bring
we weren't
to us,
that bad.
I was.
Oh yeah.
Just need you to bring your knowledge of the legalities of the NHL.
We can just
compare anything else. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to our episodes, please. Thank you.
We could just get the regular guy that TSN has on, freaking McNamara, whatever his name is. Hey, McNamara. You know, they always play that jingle. Yeah, Macramella, whatever his name is.
He's on a podcast now with Sean Starr and Connor McKenna. He has his own podcast.
All right. Never mind. We're not going to do that.
We'll find a hockey lawyer. If you're a hockey lawyer.
He's not a sports lawyer or a hockey lawyer.
No. He's like a regular lawyer.
Just like a regular.
Yeah, he's no Better Call Saul.
Oh, you mean like that guy with the gum. John Cooper.
Ugh.
Sorry, his name was.
I'm so glad I never have to hear about him again. Never have to hear his voice again.
Enough of that. Regardless, that's it.
The guy with the gum.
This was I had it up here. The 35th time that the Habs have been in the Stanley Cup Finals and the 10th time they have lost them.
Wow, is it that many times that they've lost?
Yeah, Stanley Cup Finals. The last time they lost a finals game, what did that be? Was it 89? Oh yeah, Flames, right?
Flames.
Duh. Fucking Terry Crisp.
And Lanny McDonald.
Well, good for the Flames, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this was the playoff run not too many people saw coming.
No, I didn't.
We were very happy to defeat the Leafs.
Yes.
I was ecstatic, as everyone has seen in my pinned video on Twitter. MetalDave02 on Twitter.com.
Oh my God.
One of my favorite videos I've ever recorded myself.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Ever. Getting past the Leafs. Going into Winnipeg, not really knowing what the Winnipeg series would be like, and then it became quite a narrative right after the first game. But then the other narrative was, what happened to the Jets? A sweep. A sweep of the Jets. That brought the Habs into the weird situation of being reseeded and now being in the quote-unquote Western Conference against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Oh my God, the Golden Knights. No chance in
all of them, by the way,
hell.
All of the three teams were going to sweep us.
Yeah.
All of them.
Every single one.
And Tampa was too. Every single one.
Tampa came close. But
they didn't do it.
They did not do it.
They did not.
But the Knights, man, that was apparently the stress test for a lot of people to actually finally take the Habs seriously. And very beatable. I mean, I've said it on the podcast, Marc-Andre Fleury is a world, all-star goalie. Not great in the playoffs, unfortunately. And that matters. Mm-hmm. Not even though some people think that the regular season matters more now.
Oh my God.
That's
hilarious.
Man, whatever to make people feel better. I mean,
it's crazy how permanently damaged other fan bases are by this Stanley Cup run by the Habs. Permanent damage.
I heard that because our team only won team trophies and not individual player trophies that our team is not as good, even though their team didn't win any team trophies as a team. That's just what I heard. I don't know.
Permanent damage.
Sounds like a lot of Chell. Sounds like a lot of
like they
Chell.
just, and anyway, the luck.
Oh, and the luck factor
is
too.
the other narrative. The luck and the
Hockey.
bounces. Like that's how every team wins.
That's how every game is. Honestly, lucky bounces off a fucking skate. Oh my god, off an ass.
Yeah,
straight up butt pucks.
It's literally butts and physics. Like, and you can't control either one.
There was one conversation that I saw earlier on where after I think it was after the Habs swept the Jets that somebody was saying, a Leafs fan was saying, well, at least we took them to 7 games. And it's like, no, the Habs took the Leafs to 7 games. It was 3-1.
Yeah, you had.
It was 3-1.
Several chances.
Gonna have to
end it all.
Rewire that for a second there, bud.
No, it's fine.
You going out for a rip there? Jesus. Oh God. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah,
Habs was the best thing that could have happened as far as everything having to do with Leafs fans.
Yeah.
The Habs eliminated them. Yeah, the
lowly, awful Habs.
Yeah.
That
Broken
was
old land of misfit toys Habs.
I'm so pleased.
We do have a dentist. We do have a dentist on there, and Rob Suzuki is a dentist. So we even have the little guy that wants to be a dentist on our land of misfit toys. We're good to go.
Right.
Let's go. I hope he found somebody to play golf with the other day.
Yes, I wonder if people were tagging Sean Starr on. Like, she's a big golfer.
Oh yeah, I saw people tagging Sean Starr and John Liu and a bunch of other people.
Imagine putting something like that on Twitter. I'm sure he had like 500 people that wanted to golf with him.
Yeah, really. But
I'm like, I'll go putt.
Yeah, series against the Knights. One in Montreal with Lehkonen scoring perhaps the most important goal in Habs' recent history.
Yes.
Like ever, it's the most important goal, definitely of the millennium so far.
Oh, for sure.
And it can only get better from there.
Oh, except for PK's Game 7 in Boston one.
Yeah, but that didn't
out of the penalty box. But that was not consequential. Was it Game 7? I can't remember now.
Yeah. It was in Boston.
I'll never forget that one.
No, that was in Montreal because I remember the crowd went.
Oh yes, it was in Montreal.
Insane when that happened. Of course.
Yeah.
But no, Artturi Lehkonen pulled the Habs with his tiny Finnish fingers into the Stanley Cup final.
Dainty Finnish fingers.
Brought the team back to the plateau that is expected of Montreal year in and year out, and year in and year out, they have not been close to. And it's been I didn't want to use that word. And it's been a travesty trying to get it. And this season was becoming a travesty until the playoffs. Incredible stuff. Then we go into Tampa. And the buzzsaw begins. And we already talked about it, before. Tampa's defense, every game, that was the same thing. Habs offense could not get rolling. And Tampa's offense rolled the Habs, unfortunately. Price could have been better, in games 1, 2. He's allowed to have an off game. But those off games really did it. But the thing is, Tampa in the end just had more firepower. And that's what did it. In the end. Past that, That is just fine. I did not watch the end of the game. I closed down the bar and I was driving on my way home. I was okay, mind you, listening on the radio to the final call at the end, and I was like, shit, that's it. So I drove home knowing that the Habs lost.
Yeah. We were on our feet for that whole last 5 minutes.
Yep. Price pulled at the 2-minute mark. Yep, and they just couldn't solve Vasilevsky or even like get a great chance, it sounded like, there either, unfortunately.
Yeah, I couldn't watch either. I was working and then I had to stay at work late. So I listened to the last period on the radio on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was I'm sure you guys have seen it now, but it was surreal. It was kind of like, I was telling Max yesterday that this whole playoffs, it's been kind of surreal.
Mhm.
Like I wake up and I go, the Habs are in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
they're playing for the cup right now.
Mm-hmm.
It never quite landed in my brain. It was just all happening so fast. And then again, losing last night and not being able to go to the next game, it's still surreal. It's still surreal. There's video on Twitter of every single player going up to Shea Weber and hugging him while all of Tampa Bay is celebrating. And,
At least for a little bit, because according to
Oh,
Chantel,
and they got the hell out of there.
which
They
was
left.
that blew my
Like,
mind.
there's people everywhere in Tampa all the time. When my mom and I left game 2, people everywhere. People weren't just going home. They were hanging out in the streets. They were excited. Like when we were walking back to our hotel, there were people everywhere. We were talking to them. Like they had streets blocked off for cars. So because of all the people walking all over the place from the game.
Yeah.
That was game 2. And I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe that's why Nikita Kucherov took a swipe at us?
I don't know.
Because
I think he was drunk off of a Bud Light and some champagne and decided to say whatever he wanted to say and be
I think he wasn't drunk. You don't get drunk in 10 minutes.
Well,
I mean, he had
either that or
Chili. I've got another suspicion here.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I kind of figured that.
I have another suspicion.
Salamanca. Freaking. That was the stupidest thing. And I can't believe all of the media filleting the guy for it.
I can't believe it either.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Cool.
Like, I'm sorry that the fans of the team that we like celebrated a win.
This was legendary post-game comments.
Epic.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He wasn't even talking about his team, which won the Stanley Cup, the hardest trophy to win in hockey.
Your mom said it best today, Beth. We were tweeting back and forth, and she said, how insecure do you have to be to punch down when you just won?
Yep.
I mean, that's Leafs fans, right? Leafs fans on Twitter, every time they beat the Habs, they can't just win and celebrate. They have to go and
see whatever we're doing.
Yeah. Us.
Yeah. Yes. The Habs. I'm like, the Habs have. So let me get this straight. So your team has won its first Stanley Cup in, last year was the first one in. Last year though was that was
a year,
16 years. It was last year.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was like
you went back-to-back
was on the team
after over
2004.
Okay, so over a decade. almost 2 decades. You won 2 Stanley Cups back to back. And you're going to worry about what this other team that you beat is doing because you're upset that they celebrated the fact that they won a game in the finals for the first time in almost 3 decades. Evaluate yourself, your life, your choices, your thought processes. Go to
our friend Simon today, he was one of those guys that like, look, it's funny. If it was another team, if somebody said that about the Leafs, you'd all be laughing. So you're a hypocrite if you don't like him saying it. And I was just like, okay, fine. Cuff me, put me in prison. Guilty.
I mean, I still would think it was like if say Vegas had been in the Habs position and Vegas had won a single game but lost 4 others and the Tampa won the cup again. Same thing. If Kucherov had said the same thing about Vegas celebrating a win, I would have thought it was weird. I don't like Vegas. I think they're really annoying. But it's so weird for anyone who just wanted to be focused on that. Regardless of whose team they're on and whose team they're talking about.
I can only think of 2 instances, and I'm sure there are more, but 2 instances pop up in my mind of when a Habs player directly talked about the fan base of another team. One was Carey Price during the 2014 All-Star Game when asked about a Leafs jersey that he saw while he was riding in the bus. And it's like, oh, look, there's a Phil Kessel jersey that a Leafs fan is wearing. What do you think about that, Price? He's like, well, is he going to throw it out? You remember that?
I don't.
Paraphrased. Like, are they going to chuck it? Because you remember that year and Phil Kessel in the Leafs, that whole crazy, unnecessarily crazy, drama that happened. Instance. And then the other instance is Subban talking about taking the joy out of Boston.
Yeah, but he's not.
Both comments are not what Kucherov mentioned. The context for what's going on here doesn't even need to be explained when it comes to the Habs' joy over winning that game and extending the series.
Yeah.
Even without COVID, though COVID was a big thing, being able to go out and have some fun, even without COVID, it'd be the same scene. Montreal.
Not so many in the streets.
Probably
They
not.
weren't allowed in the building.
Probably not.
But it'd still be a shitload of people.
But Montreal is 10 out of 10 going out of their minds for every inch of playoff success that happens.
Yeah.
And to bemoan that? To say, oh, it's like they won the Stanley Cup? Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
joy.
Nikita, that you don't know what a real fan looks like if you're playing in Tampa all your life, you fucking slag. Jesus Christ. Be glad he's not playing for a fucking gulag in Russia.
And the reporter, the moderator cut him off. And then he added in an extra. Their Stanley Cup was in the last round. So
I guess
today, Aaron Ward on Melnick, because almost everybody on TSN 690 was saying, hey, it's funny. How come you can't laugh? Sorry, dude. Guy comes after me or he comes after my friends, I'm circling the wagons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't care. But what Aaron Ward said today, I thought was excellent. If you guys can listen back to it on tsn.ca, you should. He said, so the next time that Tampa Bay's in Montreal, he says, I hope every Habs fan is outside the Tampa Bay hotel and just honking their horns throughout the night. He said, I hope every Habs fan, because this stuff happens. Every Habs fan is ringing his phone off the hook in his hotel room such that he has to disconnect it. Just get after that guy. And he said, and also he says, 1-0 Habs fans, because this meant that we were so in his head over that celebration that he took the time out of his press conference celebrating his championship to get a dig at us.
And
so
that
I like that.
Press conference was broadcast in at least 3 countries: Canada, United States, and Russia.
7th player. The freaking 30,000 assistant coaches.
We're here.
But I thought it
Damn
was.
it.
I thought it was churlish. I thought it was low and easy. It's like so
It
stupid.
was cheap.
It's beneath your integrity as a player.
Like, is this high school?
Beneath the integrity of a champion. But at the same time, I also think chirping is just the weirdest boner to have over in sports. It's like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell else do you, like, do people want post conferences just to be all that bullshit? Like, no, that's the last thing I want to hear about this.
It just seems so weird to me. I wasn't even so much offended as I was like
Just
what
kinda
the hell are you doing?
what
like,
the hell? Why would
are you okay?
Are you okay, dude?
Are you
Are
high?
you okay?
So, yeah, I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Just absolutely ridiculous.
A lot of sniffing going on.
A lot of
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that.
They
Congratulations to Steven Stamkos, I guess. Fucking
yeah.
I forgot about him. To be honest with you, I'm like, oh yeah, I forget.
There were
He's
times
always gone.
He was
He's
pretty
always
much a
gone.
non-factor.
He's always gone. So I'm like, oh yeah, he's here this time. Like literally every time like that I saw him play once, like, but I was like after the game it'd be like, oh yeah, Steven Stamkos did this. I'm like, I didn't even remember seeing him on the ice.
I remember I finally registered like, oh yeah, Steven Stamkos, because he was taking face-offs against, Kotkaniemi. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit. Good luck, KK. No pressure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of, KK's not going anywhere. We're now getting into off-season mode.
Christ.
Just absolutely lunacy. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we're like shitting our pants over trading KK. It's not gonna happen.
Cracker.
Absolutely not. Unless we're getting Duncan Keith back.
I mean, okay. Listen, so Duncan Keith, like on ice, I'm like, but like off ice, I could feel he'd be an asset. Like, just
I can't imagine Duncan Keith and Shea
Experience.
Weber being on the same line and just murdering
God,
people
yeah.
all the time. It would be
Holy
cool,
crap.
it would literally be just like a fucking brick wall, just like coming on the ice at you.
but it's also a bit of the problem that's going to be the weird thing in the offseason that the Habs are going to have to look at. Because I think the thing that really sunk the Habs, it's they need better feet on defense, and
Moving defenseman.
that's the whole goddamn the PMD. We need the puck moving defenseman. We get it, because man,
Postmodern defenseman.
the one thing about putting in Kulak and Romanov on the third pairing, like one of the things, the most impressive thing that I thought happened out of Game 5 was when Romanov or Kulak were in the Habs zone, avoiding the forecheck of the Lightning. Like, they could actually avoid it and keep the puck. You see them moving, and it was very, very refreshing to watch. Edmondson, Petrie, Sherratt, Weber, they're the big guys. They're going to absorb the check while trying to get the puck out and whatnot. While Romanov and Kulak were like, no, fuck that check. I'm going to get the puck out without having to worry about getting clobbered. So that's going to be one of the things in the offseason that's going to be really interesting to see. If the Habs are going to double down on having the bruising defense, or try to make it more fluid, more mobile. And those are big pieces. Like,
Yeah.
they're not going to move Petrie. I would be shocked if that happened. Like, no, they can't, I don't think. Weber's not going anywhere. Sherratt? I don't know. Edmondson? I don't know.
I love Edmondson.
I love Edmondson too. I like Sherratt too, but it's like,
So do I.
I think if they kept
something's
one over the other, they would keep Edmondson over Sherratt.
something's got to give, though, if they want to like go in that modern direction for defense.
I mean, the expansion draft is later this month. So
2 weeks. I have
it-
all of the info.
I think it's the 23rd.
It is in specifically, since I do have the dates right in front of me. So July 18th is a Sunday. And by that time, the protection lists for each team has to be submitted to the NHL. And apparently, the quote unquote, fingers crossed, etc., they'll be made available to the public. So like in a week and a half, we'll know who's being protected. And then July 21st.
21st. Okay.
Which is is that Tuesday?
Sunday.
Is that Wednesday? That's a Wednesday. Thank you. July 21st is a Wednesday, and apparently at 8 p.m. will be the big reveal.
Eastern time.
Eastern, yes.
Eastern. I think we'll know more after obviously after the expansion draft, when they see what is left to work with, and either build with, or trade with. And then also, free agency still started on the 1st. So, I think some people got signed and stuff on the 1st. So we'll see who's left with that as well, and if the Habs pick anybody up from there again.
I never try to predict what Marc Bergevin is going to do.
No,
nope.
It's just a wait and see,
because
you never fucking know.
The Berge plan worked.
Yeah.
He's staying.
You're goddamn fucking right, it did.
A big question: Dom Ducharme. I'd be shocked if he's replaced.
Oh, for
but
sure.
you don't know.
You never know, but I think that he has more than proven the need for he's more than earned his right to get a full season.
And a training camp and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
a normal season? October.
How they feel, how the players feel about Dom Ducharme
right now, yeah.
And then Bergevin just taking him away from them?
Yep.
I don't see it.
Well, the only way I could find that to be acceptable would be if Bouchard is somebody named head coach, which would be completely out of left field. Like that would would be crazy. But Veronica, you're absolutely right. After all of everything that happened, moving anybody in the coaching staff now would be like, the fuck you doing?
Yeah. I can't see Bergevin doing that.
There's a lot we can talk about, but the thing is, trying to keep this to a half hour, we're actually running into that time now.
Are you frozen? Oh.
Nope.
You were frozen, Beth.
I have what is it there? So tomorrow we're going to have the player interviews in the morning at 10 Eastern.
Oh,
and then
shit. Okay.
Ducharme, and they couldn't quite verify it before now, but I think Ducharme and Bergevin will be after 3 p.m. So there's a big old block there.
Yeah, probably while they're cleaning out their lockers. And
yeah,
stuff.
So all that stuff's going to be going on.
Wow.
So make sure
you know that the players are going to be asked about Kucherov's stupid shit that he had to say.
And they're going to have good answers.
They're gonna defend us.
They always do.
And Shea Weber's going to be like, well, I'm just going to, put freaking sand in his jet ski.
Yeah.
Sand in his jet.
Where does he live?
Yeah.
In Tampa. On the water, like next to by the jet ski parking lot.
So there's that. Another cool announcement, which I think kind of went under the radar. The Lion de Trois-Rivières, they're having their roster reveal tomorrow at noon. So we'll get to see all of the baby Habs.
Oh, the baby babies.
Yeah, the baby babies.
They were the cutest Muppets. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
When they came out with the Muppet babies, I lost my mind.
Dave, are you good?
Were you going to say something or not?
Yes. I didn't know if you were looking something up first. I would like to send a message out to whoever robbed Brendan Gallagher. I will find you and I will kill you.
For those that don't know, Brendan Gallagher returns home from Tampa and finds that his place was ransacked.
Yeah. And he collects a lot of sports memorabilia, so a lot of stuff that can't be replaced is likely gone.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Like, yes, it's just stuff, but also like his security, like his your home is your space. It's where you're supposed to feel safe and secure and okay. And he just came home after losing the Stanley Cup final and finds that somebody broke into his place, and he lives alone, as far as we know.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna break into Brendan Gallagher's house, you should be like waiting to cuddle him, cook him food that has seasoning on it, give him a massage, kiss his boo boos, whatever. Not taking his things from him. And I'm really glad that after tomorrow, and after all the police business is wrapped up in a week,
Coming home, baby.
he can go out west and go hang out with Della and Aaron, and I forget his brother's name, and
his sister.
Yeah, Aaron is his sister.
Oh, Aaron. Okay, sorry.
Yes, she's the other. I think she's the other Galley or the other Gallagher on Twitter. She's very nice.
Yeah.
But he can just go out west and hang out with his family and possibly Shu Weber and Carrie, because they all usually make a trip out west, and just relax and get away from all of this, because he has been through some shit. I mean, everybody's been through some shit, but he's been through some shit in the last month, and he deserves to rest. And he is a sweet baby angel, and I am so mad that whoever you are, you made my sweet baby angel cry again. And I am only 5'4", and I can't throw a punch to save my life, but I'll kill you. That's happening.
Feeling of violation.
Exactly.
What? Oh,
Horrendous. I'm pretty sure Gallagher's mom is already after the guy. So
Oh yeah.
that's a-okay. Birthday shout out to, who is it?
The other Veronica.
The other Veronica. OX on Twitter.
oh
Thanks for
yay,
listening.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Safe travels. She is a flight attendant, I believe. And yeah, thanks for, bringing people to and fro and whatnot.
Yeah.
That is
appreciate you.
doesn't seem like an easy job. I would
admire
lose
them
my
so much.
fucking mind.
Yeah.
If I got lip on a plane, I was working for an airline,
Dave would be in jail.
I would be blacklisted like immediately.
You'd be on a watch list.
Oh,
Or
I-
on the,
For
what's
bringing
that
me
called?
the
no-fly
delicious cookies.
list.
exactly, the blacklist. I would be like, nope,
Yeah.
this guy can't do it. Straight to jail. As soon as you see him in the airport, straight to jail.
Yeah, straight to jail.
So,
There's
but
that
happy
man
birthday, bon
like
fête.
Bon fête.
Bon fête.
Hope hope that you can celebrate as things are starting to open up more.
Yes.
And also Sweet Baby Eagle yesterday.
And sweet baby Eagle yesterday.
He's
Unfortunately,
21.
he's finally 21. Oh,
He
and
can drink when they go to Vegas. He can go to the casino.
God, imagine
never
imagine
winning a game in
KK.
Vegas again.
Imagine KK just loose. He'd have the shirt like unbuttoned down to like his sternum, his hair slicked back. He'd look
Oh,
like Harry
man.
Styles. He would look like Harry Styles. Dollars to donuts.
Remember that game when Auntie Niemi started in Vegas, and
Yes.
I was there for that one. I was like, oh shit, somebody was in Vegas, but it was so nice because Carey Price got to take the net, and there was a lot of Habs fans up in the bleachers, and there was a good Carey chant coming out of there, so I was happy about that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's it. So Habs fall to Tampa Bay Lightning, but reached the Stanley Cup final for the first time in this millennia in 28 years.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get better
Yes.
because back in the
Thanks to
day,
memories.
in these past 2 decades, Habs, they didn't have a center core.
Nope.
Suzuki, Kotkaniemi,
Coffee.
Dano, of
No,
course,
he's a
too.
winger.
You have Evans now. Evans, he played a good game too.
Bro.
Oh.
Cannot discount
So
that
proud
kid.
of Jake Evans.
Armia
Paling
was-
too. Paling's down somewhere. He'll be doing stuff at some point. Romanov is only going to get better. That's going to be real big for the Habs.
Yep.
The future is still bright.
It's bright as fuck. Like on so many of the people on our team, this was their first playoff season. forget whatever regular season games they play. This is their first experience in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They're gonna want to come back to this.
I just want to skip the regular season.
Yeah.
Straight to playoffs.
Well, I'm sorry. We
Straight to
can't
the
do
playoffs.
that because the regular season is actually
Oh, it's the
more
most important.
important
It's most
than the
important.
playoffs because
More important.
the rules are different.
That's really what determines
and
the best
and
team.
only flashy, impressive hockey is what the game is. Didn't you know that?
You have to spend a lot of money to be successful.
Oh, so many quote tweets on that tweet yesterday. Holy shit.
I hope that person never has an opinion again. And that's it. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week on Monday night.
Yes.
So expect our full hour episodes
Once a week.
With our music.
with the
our
music back and the
and
intros, the
our
countdowns,
Song that we're singing.
and the sheep noise and everything. Everything. Because I only have to do it once a week now.
Yes. Thank you, Dave. Everybody
Thank you,
say
Dave. Oh my God.
Everybody say thank you, Dave, in the comments.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody say thank you, Dave, in the comments
It's
because Dave is,
no problem.
he does everything.
He's our audio engineer.
Beth and I just talk.
We do. We just talk and we look. Veronica looks pretty. I look like a turtle.
You
and-
look adorable. Shut up.
Both
and
look
Dave
adorable.
Is there.
Dave looks good too.
The mustache is off.
He's
I
not-
got called not Kurt Russell, another one.
Burt Reynolds,
No, it wasn't Burt Reynolds this
the
time too.
brawny man.
Who the hell was it? I was at dinner and someone was like, "Hey, are you
Ewan
Tom
McGregor.
Selleck?" That's what it was.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, I could take that one."
Wasn't
I
like
could
Tom
take that
Magnum
Selleck.
PI.
Or Magnum PI. I mean, I have no
That's
idea
loud.
why. He's a very, if I had my mustache, I could see Tom Selleck. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It's the chin.
Thank you, Habs.
Yes, thank you, Habs. It's been wonderful. I
Yeah.
did not want to get off the ride at all.
No. Oh God, they didn't either.
merci tout le monde. No, they were ready to keep going. They really were. That's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll have a lot more information tomorrow. So,
Yes.
Yes.
bye.
Goodbye.
Catch you all later.